What's up? It's your girl Just B.
And it's your girl Vina 9.
And we are the Antisocialites. And we got CHOPZ in the house.
It's good. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm good. Are you guys antisocial or like?
No.
We're anti the hype of the socialites.
Got you.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So there's so many females out here in Miami that's with the shits, and we're not those girls.
That's good.
That's the short version.
Okay. That's all you need to say. Like,
Right?
Say no more.
Why is your name CHOPZ? Like,
well,
did you work in a meat factory? Like, what's
K-
going on?
Casey's my real name, but when I worked at the radio station at Power 96, when I was like 18, Lucy Lopez, like my mentor, she was like, CHOPZ. She just started calling me CHOPZ because I guess I was making beats at the time and I would make commercials. Yeah, so they would just call me CHOPZ, and then when I went on the air, they would call me.
Clearly, you're known.
Put the Casey.
That's dope. I mean, it's cool when your name like goes with what you do or what you're good at.
Exactly.
Like,
So you chopping up the
Exactly,
beats,
and I'm glad I didn't really
samples.
have to think of the name. Somebody, it's always better when somebody thinks of your name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
That's dope.
So, I mean, you're one of the most influential DJs in the scene. I mean, everybody pretty much knows you. You have done radio. Are you still in the industry as far as like doing radio and all of that?
I left radio a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and I decided to just freelance and, you know, be my own boss and it's better like that. There's more money in the clubs. Radio is kind of like, the climate of radio is kind of like declining and you know, people from other places are moving and taking control of Miami radio when they don't know the Miami culture, and it's very frustrating when you truly care about the Miami culture and there's people from other places that don't care. They're just corporate and they kill the culture, you know?
So let's talk about Miami culture. Right now you have you got Zoe, you got the Ball Greasy's Iceberg. He did the Real Spill Challenge, and like, so it's kind of moving. Like, is it getting back to where it should be, or do you feel like it's still stagnant?
No, Florida's doing a lot. It's not really my type of music, like this new crop of artists, but a lot of them are from Florida.
Yeah.
They're making noise, you know, so that's hometown. I'm gonna support it regardless because it's home team, you know.
Right.
And yeah, I'm proud of people like Zoe, who I've known forever, that, you know, had somebody. It's harder to come out of Miami, like, and Zoe got a co-sign, you know, so that took him to the next level. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy for all the Miami artists. I'm glad we're moving finally. Like, it feels like we have a little movement, you know.
Yeah. Do you think it's harder for people to come out of Miami because there's no like major offices down here, like as far as the industry goes? Like, there's no record labels that are major record labels that are based here.
If it was like maybe 10 years ago, I would say that, which was probably the problem 10 years ago. But now you don't need a record label. You have the internet, so
And Broward's killing it right now.
Yeah,
in real life, like
Black, you got
Slump God,
Yeah.
Drip something. What's his name? Drippy Head, Trippy Red. Trippy Red. I think
I'll
he's.
be honest with you, like
That's the new. That's not my vibe neither. But when I
Like
look
that-
at where they from,
Right.
it say Broward, and I'm like,
Right.
damn.
Right, and I see, but I'm not gonna lie, I've seen some wild. Can I curse?
You can do whatever
I've
you
seen
want.
I've seen some wild, like you seen the dude in the dress, like the wedding dress, like in this video, like
Who is that?
from Broward. He's from Broward.
Oh,
Like,
nice. See, I was like Young
there's
Thug.
artists.
Jeffrey.
No, I'm saying like dude was in a wedding dress with like an AK, like some wild, like.
That's freaky, man.
Dudes
That's
are-
super
that's
freaky.
another problem is that dudes are just trying to like shock people
That shock factor is
they're-
extensicon.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah, him.
You know, it's like.
So, I mean, obviously, seeing you now sitting down with you, it seems like you're more about like authenticity. Not saying like, you know, nobody is, but you can tell. And like through your DJ style, I see you put out mixes, like you put out like the Summer in Miami and stuff, and like you incorporate different genres of music. Like, how do you approach marketing yourself, like as a DJ, and just what your projects that you put out?
Well, I pride myself on trying to be different. I'm from Miami. We're from like a melting pot, you know. It might be cliche, but like I'm not like a regular white boy, you know. Like I'm cultured. So I like to like reflect the Miami culture. Like it's important for me to like to hang out with the Cubans, hang out with the Haitians, hang out with the Dominicans, hang out and culture myself and be around all different types of cultures. So I can, you know, I'll DJ in Alapata and you know, at Boulevard for 2 years, but then I'll go to Fort Lauderdale and DJ at like the college party, you know what I'm saying? So it's important, and then I'll DJ on the beach. It's important to me to like, you know, culture myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't get the, you know, that's just another white boy, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I stick out and I'm different, so. So that's kind of how I brand myself, trying to be different. That's the most important thing.
But different, not trying to be different, like doing some extra shit to be different.
Yeah, I'm not
different,
thirsty.
literally,
I'm not thirsty, like,
literally having something to offer that's different than everybody else, and that's dope.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
and I'm still trying to,
What do you miss about the radio, if anything?
when people would listen to it, like, when it like mattered, like,
Because
like,
a lot of people saying that radio is not dead and it's just evolving, but you're in the inside, so.
Yeah.
Okay, well tell me this. Is there somebody really controlling like what it is that you play as a DJ? Is that the frustrating part?
On the radio?
Yeah.
Of course.
Like when you're
That's the
mixing, you can't, because when it's like, oh, I want you to break my record, like how do you go about that as a DJ on the radio? You trying to break a record for somebody that's on the streets or like coming up, and then
to the bosses in radio that don't care about culture, they don't care about, they're just dudes in a suit who have to generate revenue. They just care about a song is a number to them. So they do research, and if the song is researching good, they're gonna play it. Like it's not. They don't feel music. Music is a calculation to them.
Right, it's the numbers on the boards
Right.
and like what's bringing the sponsors and the ads, the revenue and
They
all
don't
that.
care about
just the
Miami
data.
mood. Miami artists are doing good. They don't care
Right.
about that. Like they don't care where they're from. They just want to get ratings.
All right, so let's take it to when you at a club. What's that one record that you feel like you have to play right now to get the crowd in the mood?
Just at this particular
Right
time
today.
now,
Yeah.
Cardi B is still the biggest.
What, Bodak Yellow?
It's still
And the
it's
G-Eazy shit?
Yeah, like the women, they're so passionate about that song. Like you see,
You just turn up like
you look when the song comes on, you look at all the women, and you could tell who's hurt the most. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are really screaming it passionately, like get that hurt out, like
Right?
like, get that hurt
Or
out.
they just feeling like, I gotta boss up on somebody real quick.
Yeah.
Something.
All right.
All right.
So you just asked what song you gonna play. Who you giving your aux cord to if you want to joyride with them? What artist you giving your aux cord to right this second? And listening to their playlist. Whose mind do you want to be a part of? Lyrical mind or
You know whose
musical
music
mind?
taste I really like, and I listen to their podcast. But like Joe Budden.
Oh,
I like his.
I just watched Everyday Struggle. We just
Yeah.
talked about it yesterday.
His podcast is way doper though.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
podcast is cool because I like Rory and like
Yeah.
the other guy too.
Somebody that can handle him,
Yeah,
that can talk
yeah.
with
That's
him.
kind of what inspired me to get into the podcast space.
Right.
Like he's dope. He's dope. I like
Shout
Joe
out to
Budden.
the plane, man. Fuck it.
Word.
Miami
Just go
International
ahead.
Airport.
We're real close. Real close, man.
So speaking of podcasts, you had told us that you had one. Are you still doing
Yeah,
it?
no, we haven't done it yet. Jazz blew up. Watch Jazzy blew up. She's
Yes.
Shout out to
on.
her.
She's on BT
her.
on 50 Cent show.
50 Central.
And yeah, we might bring it back. Me and M might bring it back. We've been talking about it, but we want to do it right. In the podcast space is like I want to sit back and kind of see like do I want to do video, like what approach I want to take to it.
Yeah, where it's going.
Yeah.
I feel like the podcast community though is a great community to be a part of because
Right.
even when you have one, other podcasters reach out like, hey, I like what you're doing, and then we've even met people like from LA and Vegas that like
Vegas.
want to collaborate and like promote. It's dope.
It's dope to have a reason to like, for example, there's certain people that I met that I would have never met, but I was like, you want to be on my podcast? And they're like, yeah. And then
Yeah.
you start
You
a
build that
relationship with them,
relationship.
you know what
No,
I mean?
that
Like,
is cool. Yeah.
Having a podcast is a great way to meet people. 'Cause
It
really
people want to
is.
be interviewed. People want to talk.
Yeah, and then it's also a good way to like, articulate your views a little
Right.
bit. Like her and I can like kind of like ask any question we want. So whatever topic we feel in, like we push it out there, and then whoever our guest is, they just gotta roll with the punches.
And
you
it's
know?
crazy to see like podcasts like the Drink Champs, like where they interview about I saw an Irv Gotti one, and they interviewed
That
Irv
shit was so
Gotti
dope.
about Ja Rule and all the classic stories that you had no idea
Yeah,
about.
that-
That like
Yeah.
from that time, you're like, that's what they were doing. So
I think that's what's interesting about Drink Champs. Nori's able to relate to them to get them to open up like that,
Right.
which is different from like a rap radar because it's more like text-based, not text-based,
Journalism.
but journalism.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he
It
wants
is,
to
yeah.
know that type of vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it is fun that way, and podcasts are fun. And then of course, like, do you feel like you're gonna continue to DJ for the longevity? Like, what's next for you?
I definitely don't want to be 40 years old in the club. Like, so,
But do you wanna be-
I'm
what do you
not
wanna
30
do?
Yet. I'm still in my 20s, so I want to,
Diversify.
DJ money is like not long-term money. You don't want to look at it like long-term money. So all this money that you're getting from DJing now, you want to put it in smart places and invest in it.
Okay.
So I'm not 40 years old in the club
Yeah,
looking crazy.
that's
You know what I
smart.
mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, look at Effect. He got Mr. Cream.
Right.
shout out to Effect.
Yeah,
Just opened
shout
up
out
the Brickell
to Effect.
location, Mr. Cream.
Right.
Like, Those are my favorite DJs. My favorite DJs aren't even the ones that are like I guess super dope DJing. It's more about what you do out.
Afterwards?
Like yeah, like the entrepreneur DJs are my favorite type of DJs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
something to look up to, inspire to.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's important to have somebody in your field that you can look up to.
Right.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of people our age that we don't really know who to look up to right now.
True.
I think that's the problem with the young generation in general. Is they're like not looking up to anybody or respecting the OGs, so they just run wild, like you know, and have no guidance, you know. But
what about so you dabbled in the producing aspect too?
I started producing. That's the first thing I started doing in high school.
So producing. Give me a record of the top 3 artists in Miami that you would like to put on the track right now.
They gotta be from Miami?
They gotta be.
I have a song that I haven't released yet with one of my favorite, and he's like a family to me, is Busy Crook. I don't know if you know.
Yes, you know about Busy Crook.
I have a record that I haven't released with Busy and Zoe. It's crazy, and I just, it's already like 2 years old, but I haven't released it. But yeah, I would love to, Zoe, I would love to like take Zoe in the studio, lock him in the studio, and just get him in a zone to where like, you know, it's just like getting the best like bars out of him, because I know I could like you know what I mean, where it's not like just celebrity shit. Get him away from the celebrity shit. Let me lock you in the studio, let's smoke a couple blunt and like
that would be kind of dope.
And listen to and like let's collaborate. You know, I would
Zoe's hella talented.
Zoe's dope. Zoe is one of the I met Zoe like 5 years ago, and he had a video on Worldstar, and it was like 5 dudes, but there was one dude that stuck out, and I'm like, this kid, these other kids are, but this kid is gonna be something.
Right. And look at him now.
Look at him now.
Yeah.
Well,
that's dope. I mean, we're looking forward. Like, what you say you about to release a song?
I released a song. I have no plans to release any music yet, but I constantly search for inspiration to do so. So if I can find like something that inspires me to like, damn, I want to make music, but nothing, you know.
All right, and where can people check you out, like DJ wise?
I'm at Brick on Saturdays. I'm at the Clevelander. I'm at American Social in Brooklyn, Miami.
I want to try
I'm
that
at Sway like once a month.
Where's Sway?
I'm at Sway's in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
The old Sin.
Oh, okay, I know that.
Start getting to this Boca money, you know what I mean? Like,
Boca money. That's some different money.
So yeah, you know, start doing Blue Martini soon in Palm Beach. And I kind of just bounce around everywhere. I want to be everywhere. I want to be in the hood. I want to be on the beach. I want to be in the Wynwood in the art district. I want to be in Fort Lauderdale with the colleges. I want to be I like doing Latin clubs. I like doing everything. You know?
All right. Well, we looking forward to seeing
Did you put out your social media?
Oh yeah, social media everywhere. CHOPZ, CHOPZ. So.
All right.
I appreciate
It's
you
been
guys
very
having me.
real.
No, thank you for sliding through. It meant a lot to us. And make sure y'all check them out.
Bam.
All right, it's your girl Just V.
And it's your girl Vina 9.
And we got DJ Selfborn here live at Brick. What up?
What's up, ladies?
How are you?
What's going on?
We see the resurgence of Love-Hate Days coming back, Classic Sundays.
Yes.
And we know you like the brains behind all of that.
Love-Hate was a vibe, man.
Man, it's a popular, I say, back by popular demand in the literal sense of not a week went by. Well, first I'll spin it back.
Yeah.
Closed the bar in 2013 because I saw the emergence of Wynwood popping up.
Okay.
And that vibe was coming here, so it was like I saw the beach kind of dying down. It was like from a business decision, I'm spending all my time in this bar and not creating, not being an artist. It was like, all right, cut short, and then you gotta figure stuff out, sit back and watch the market. So sit back and watching it, and every week, I swear somebody would be like, dude, when you gonna open up another spot? What's up with the party? When you go da-da-da-da? And literally it happened until we were like, okay, let's figure out how to make it exciting. And so turned it into a pop-up in art gallery spaces, so to have a different kind of spin to it. So it started with that when I did the reunion idea, reunion/pop-up art gallery spaces around Miami, and then making it to Wynwood, making it kind of like a home, which you saw. If you saw it at the Garden or a few venues we tried outside. Just to have something a little bit different.
Right.
Now we back at the old Vagabond. I don't know if you remember that spot. Like,
Yeah.
old spot, like, now it's called Blind Pig. But I still call it
What
Vagabond.
is it called?
It's called the Blind Pig. It
Is
used
that
to be-
in downtown?
It's, well, yeah, it's
In the
14
indoor-outdoor vibe?
Indoor-outdoor,
Wow.
exactly. And that's pretty much where, and that's coming up on the 22nd, day before Thanksgiving, the next
Yes.
party, where it's a vibe in a space most like what Love-Hate was, a shotgun-style bar. no windows, dark, get a vibe and all of that.
Okay.
And it's
Some sexy shit.
well,
almost. It's a little
internal
sexy.
sex. Yeah, kind of, but
intimate.
come as you are. It
Right.
don't matter who you are, how you look, meaning that we come to have fun and party.
And that was like the vibe of Love Hate. You could come as you are, and
Exactly.
like that was missing for so long.
And that's what Winwood took.
And that's what exactly.
Yeah.
The no cover charge.
Just vibe.
Decent drink prices, even though we know that's changing a little bit.
It's
Yeah.
rising a little bit.
But-
See, the 6 now 8, you know, but we're not gonna talk about it.
And then having something where like this, like you can walk in, it's not
Off the
pretentious,
street,
it's not the velvet
yeah.
rope feeling, and that's something that we got out of the bottle service vibe, which I
Right.
saw that a long time ago. Like nobody wants to spend $500, even when you have it. You're not really just trying to spend $500 when you don't have to on something
Right.
that costs $50. So
right.
And you know it. Like, it just doesn't even make sense.
Yep.
People do it, but it doesn't make
well,
sense
and
at all.
the excuse is the service, and you don't have to get up and all. I'm like, all right, it's cool.
Well, can I just bring my bottle with me? I
Yeah,
just thought
that'd be
about
nice.
Like, yo, BYOB.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So where'd you get your start DJing? Like, when did all this happen for you?
Oh wow. It's
Because
like,
I'm not
go
trying to
back.
age you or nothing.
No,
but,
I love
you know.
I love me. I love my life. It's been amazing. So, I say 1991.
Okay.
Yeah, 1991. Started spinning. Well, that was when I just saw the concept of turntables, and my older sister's like boyfriend at the time, he was a DJ and doing it. He got rid of his equipment, let me have it. I started just buying records and just getting records and started messing around with it. Took it seriously maybe 2 years after that, through high school doing parties, and then when it really became a business was became a Wu-Tang DJ, went on tour and did all of that back in the days. Like when Wu-Tang was doing their thing, Raekwon, GZA, a lot of big albums. They sound crazy.
Right.
Oh, Bree, get her.
Where Julie at?
Yeah, right.
Like, shout out to
Somebody
Julia.
Somebody find Julia.
Like,
But yeah, so,
And you know what? She's
shout
a
out
bride.
to
She's a
oh,
bride.
congratulations, Julia.
Bree. All right.
Right?
Don't
But,
give me the right to mess up shit. No.
That's what happens when you're doing something live, like
Right.
outside and
We
open.
roll with the punches, though.
You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, like, so, yeah, 20, 25 years or so.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
For not turning your back on hip hop.
Man, oh my
Cause you
Eyes
could
got
have sold
big.
out for the money, man.
conversations. You see, and that's what's tough. That's where I've been misunderstood a lot by a lot of different people over the years because people think, well, people do things for different reasons.
Right.
And I've never been motivated by money. I've been blessed in different ways where I've been able to do me and get paid like good money to do it. Like I
That's always
haven't had
important.
to compromise and to be able to do a party that becomes popular off of something that people tell you is not going to be popular. Like people told me, like, dude, really? I'm from Chicago. You're going to move to Miami, move to South Beach and do an old school party and then down there, but you're going to be in the middle of flip-flops and white girls and you're going to do an old school party. Like,
worked.
word, and
It
this was
worked.
2000, 2003, 2004 era, kind of like when Little John was popping. Like, that was the new era of hip-hop.
Yeah.
Remember where hip-hop,
Yeah.
the sound changed. And
It
became a little
kind of got more
electro-
up-tempo.
Yeah,
West Coast
fun.
and the South was collaborating.
Collaborating.
electronic and all of that. And
Yeah, they
like,
were
dude.
incorporating that EDM.
And I was like, nobody's playing Scenario, nobody's playing A Tribe Called Quest. And then this little pocket of time, right after, 50s album, that's what, like, which is 99, 2000. This little
Rich
pocket
and
of time
Die
between
Trying.
2000 and I'd say 2005, just to keep it
I was
even.
so in high
It
school.
was a
But
void.
that's my high school right there. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna put my age
It was,
out there, but whatever.
it was avoiding hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, depending on what you call hip hop, it was just changing and it was doing something different. So you couldn't go and hear a lot of stuff we take for granted.
Okay, so you from Chicago, which I did not know. How proud are you of Chicago? Or how proud are you of
Man.
Chicago right now?
Chicago, I'm so proud because Chicago has destroyed is there real hip hop or that conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? About what's real hip hop, what's not, who do you like, you know what I mean? You know that
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Kills it because somebody with no record deal won 3 Grammys.
Chance the Rapper. Then you got the gangster, G Herbo,
Chief
making
Keef,
his name.
Dirk.
Which we're trying to get away from all of that as a city.
I
Because
know,
it's just
but
so,
Big
it
Mensa.
fuels. Well, absolutely, and,
Yeah.
and that's where across the board, Chicago has talent, which you're going to be hearing some stuff that's happening where within my movement, and what I've been concentrating on, my production company, bringing that Chicago sound that's not identified as the Chief Keefs or
Or
the drill.
the drill.
Really,
yeah.
because we're identified with drill and pimp.
Yeah.
Right. And then Saha is coming back. Like
Damn
it's,
right.
they on their shit. They on their shit. I seen it. I seen it at the
Yes.
BET Awards, and
Yes,
I was like,
yes.
damn, you've been missing for about 5 years, but
Be ready, good music.
it's all right.
Real good music
Like
stuff
they
is happening.
forget like Common, all the like that was already there.
You hear that good music, pay attention. GOOD, in case you ain't know the word.
Even Virgil, blah, with Off-White. Like Chicago's lit. I never even
Do you
Go
been
to
there?
No,
I
I want
haven't
to
been.
go.
Summertime.
I want to go,
Yeah,
and I want to go during the Irish. What is that? What holiday is it?
Well,
they paint the lake green or something like
Well,
where the
St.
leaf turns.
Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, the
Yeah.
lake is green or some
But a
shit
lot of
like
people,
that.
yeah, well, it's
Or it's
always
already green.
but people want to go during the taste mostly.
Oh yeah, July
Food,
1st.
which I would say.
But
if you
that's
got a
Essence
short-
weekend too, or like
Yeah,
right
there's a
around
few.
there. You gotta have a couple dollars.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
but,
not- whatever.
But in general, you want to go on a weekend where you can just go and eat and shop.
Right.
That's really
I actually want to go to a
Chicago.
play out there too.
I want to hit
ETA
like
theater.
I want to
Yeah.
hit the lake, and I heard they have like mafia and mob tours and stuff. I'm
Yeah.
really into that.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
They do. It is.
Know
They-
who not
yeah.
to sit with at the dinner table.
They be looking at you crazy.
Yeah, you know, that's shit. I might, you know. Anyway,
Yes,
okay. So like,
Chicago.
you mentioned your production company. Like, what's next for you aside from the resurgence of Classic Sundays? Like, what else you got that's coming up? 2018 about to be here.
Right.
Well, like I said, the production company is G2
Yeah.
Productions.
Okay.
First artist, Jakia Rose. I got half of these DJs. I just sent them, serviced all the DJs the record
I heard
last
that.
night, 2 days ago. So you all about to be getting it. So
Okay,
like
cool.
I said, Jakia Rose, the singles from the Ashes. That's my focus. Writing and producing music and putting content out there and getting it. And the party stuff, after doing it for so long, it's really, it's easy at this point to just make sure to maintain the vibe so everybody has that thing to come to. And other than that, I have a craft beer company. Shout out to Timeline Brewery. Go buy it. Florida's first black-owned craft beer
Oh,
company.
you doing that with the dude from Digi?
Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Imani.
Okay.
Yes,
Dante.
yes. I
You know,
tasted
exactly.
It was
at
different.
Tech Beats and Bites.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's all a team. So we
Okay,
do the tech
cool.
show
I
because we're all
like
tech
that.
nerds. But we're collectively together because of the beer company.
That's popping.
Dang, we're gonna have to have another conversation about this tech world.
Absolutely.
On
I'm a
a-
computer nerd.
Oh, we can bring you. We got something in store.
Yeah,
We're just gonna
yeah,
leave it at
yeah.
that, and then we're gonna bring you back.
Okay.
We can talk tech.
Definitely.
All
Well,
right.
let people know where they can find you, your platforms, all of that.
You can find me everywhere. SoundCloud for any of my original production, Mixcloud for any mixes, and it's simple. The website, Mixcloud, soundcloud.com/DJ Self-Born, or Twitter, Instagram, @DJ Self-Born. I'm pretty simple because there's only one DJ Self-Born.
He's
All
right
one
here.
word. It's pretty simple.
All right, all right. Well, we appreciate you coming through.
Thank
Why,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
and
having
we will
me.
be
Thank
at one of them Classic Sundays.
Exactly.
Wednesday, November 22nd.
Getting
The
turned.
Blind Pig. Bring your ass out. Stop through. It's one of those nights everybody going through, doing
Yeah,
stuff. Come
yeah,
through.
for sure.
All right.
We out.
Peace.